welcome to another video. This is a comparison between the Xiaomi 14 Ultra and the Honor Magic 7 Pro. Which phone has the best cameras? Well, let's find out. Comment, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think below and help me grow this channel. So let's start off here with macro shots. So instantly for me here there's one winner, and that's the Xiaomi. But if we zoom into the Honor first, let's have a look what we've got. So overall, it's not a bad image, but you can see that it is over sharpened. So the actual detail level isn't there. It's just been over sharpened. Slight fringing as well on certain edges, but overall quite a nice image. You can see just here, you have got that slight bit of fringing. But if we do go to the Xiaomi, that's a really nice image. So none of these were shot in macro mode. I find that, to be honest with you, in both phones and both devices here, it actually is better just to use the standard photo mode and just zoom in and use the telephoto lenses. So it's a 3x lens on the Honor and a 3.2x on the Xiaomi. But look at these shots, look how clear they are. There's lack of noise, nice natural rendition. There's detail but not over sharpness. The detail here was actually captured, it hasn't been artificially added. And it really sort of comes to show on this image. So you can see here that definitely win for the Xiaomi. So moving on now to the ultra wide. Now here I believe, and you'll see a theme throughout all of the photos and comparisons with the Honor Magic 7 Pro. It has a real outstanding quality for dynamic range and highlights. Sometimes it will blow the highlights out on street lamps and stuff like that, but dynamic range in buildings and stuff is a real strong point for the Honor, and you can see it straight away. If we zoom into this building here, look how it's controlled all the light sources. You can see in the lights that you can actually see each individual light. And if we go to the Xiaomi, you can see it's slightly more blown out. You've still got that control of dynamic range and probably be in a much more sort of less contrasty and natural way, but it's not quite as well handled as the Honor. However, apart from that, the natural rendition of the sort of paving slabs here, the textures on the brickwork, if we zoom into the brickwork here, you can see that it's actually still nicely managed, the image. So this is obviously the ultra wide angle lens on both. Again, you can see just slightly more smoothing going on here. Now, there's sort of less detail with the Honor. If we go to the paving slabs, you can see if I really sort of crop in here, there's just not quite as much natural detail and instead slightly more sharpness. But it's not a bad image from both. Colour science as well, it is nicer with the Xiaomi. If I give you an overall view of the image, look at the left hand side here for the Honor, and look at the natural left side here. It's sort of maintained its colour throughout the image rather than shifting. So a much nicer photo here from the Xiaomi. So going to the main sensor now. Obviously this is slightly closer, I would say, but for me again it's going to be the Xiaomi for me. If we zoom into the sky, sort of done a nicer job of capturing that light. Sometimes again it looks like there's noise, but when you zoom in it's not noise, it's actual branches. But you can't even really see that well on the Honor. You can see you still capture them, but it hasn't got that same crisp effect. And again, if we zoom into the sky, you can see the noise starting to creep in here on the Honor, where on the Xiaomi much less noise, much sort of nicer capture on the buildings here. Again, you still got a slight bit of noise, but again there's not that over sharpening. Again, you'll see a massive constant here with the Honor where it tends to over sharpen. But an overall image, I mean, look at these details here. This is the Xiaomi, and you can see that it's detailed, but it's not over sharpened. It's a really nice natural rendition. Again, that DSLR look coming through. For zoom in here again, you can see this here is not actually over sharpened it too badly on this part of the image, and it's a nice image as well. So both doing a fantastic job, but for me, it's gonna be the Xiaomi again on this one. That 1-inch sensor sort of really come into its own. So telephoto lens here, so we're using the 3x again on the Honor, and we're using the 3.2x. Really close image. Really hard to call this one. If we look at the signage here on the Xiaomi, and then again we look at the Xiaomi, the image here on the Honor, not much in it, but I think again for me, how the colour was and that sort of final outcome I've got, I think it's going to be the Xiaomi again on this one. Slightly less noise at the top here if you look around the top. here and here. Slightly less noise here on the Xiaomi, more smoothing going on as well on the Honor. So overall a better image on the Xiaomi, but again it's really sort of marginal here. And now if we go to the this is now the 5 times tele lens on the Xiaomi, and now again it's a 6 times croc, because this is what Honor sort of optimized their algorithms for on the Honor. So I've tried to keep it as fair as possible. Here is different. I think I'd probably actually go for the Honor on this one. You can see it straight away at the top left of this image here. You've got that sort of lens flare coming through, where the Honor's kept it much more bang on. Colors as well. Xiaomi takes the color again. However, it's maintained the color through the image better on the Honor. We're getting quite a lot of smoothing up here again. And again, you can see maybe slightly more detail here alongside the Xiaomi. However, it's really sort of negligible. Both, to be honest with you, doing a really nice job. I'm both sort of pleasantly surprised with both here. However, in my other testing, I haven't obviously added it to these, but in my other testing with the Honor, I have found that you get a lot of blur sometimes when using that telephoto lens in darker conditions. Daytime shots now, and we come on to the ultra wide on both. Let's zoom into the edges first. Let's see. So colours straight away are better on the Xiaomi. It's not as over sharpened on the Xiaomi. The water and the bridge looking really nice here. Where if we go to the Honor, I mean, you can see that kind of over sharpening on the water around here. The brickwork as well around here is really over sharpened. Still a nice image, but clear win here. Sky as well, I mean, it's much more pronounced on the Honor when it's not as natural as it is on the Xiaomi. So 1-inch sensors now, main sensors. I just love that look of the Xiaomi. Look at that sort of Leica branded and that collaboration really coming through on this image. If we zoom into the Honor, again, actually a really pleasant image here. It is over sharpened. Look at the brickwork. If we zoom in, you can see that there is kind of some over sharpening going on. Where here, much more natural. Colours here more realistic again on the Xiaomi as well, but I mean, look at the brickwork around here. It's a really nice natural rendition of what it looked like. It's not over sharpened. Highlights are not blown out on either, so close call there. Let's just zoom into this part of the image. Just look at the tree work around here. You can see the over sharpening coming through on the Honor, where if we go to the Xiaomi, sort of kept it nice towards the edges there as well. So again, very close call here, but again, for me, it's going to be the Xiaomi. Telephoto lens, and yeah, straight away it's the Xiaomi. The color science is bang on. It's also kept its color science really consistent between ultra wide main and the telephoto lenses. However, Honor is close here, but doesn't quite keep that consistency, especially between the ultra wide main. Telephoto is kind of slightly better and it's slightly more in line with the main, but not compared to the Xiaomi on this one. Again, look at that over sharpening on the brickwork. It's not awful, and you know, some people do like it, but it's really hard to remove sharpness. However, it's quite easy to add it. So again, if we look at this detail here, again, a really pleasant and really nice image, but it's definitely over sharpened. Here, really nice natural rendition. Look at the colours. It's kind of bang on. It's how your eye saw it, but it still maintains that sort of look and feel, that gives you that slightly more drama and slightly more theatre about the image. So that's the comparison between the Honor Magic 7 Pro and the Xiaomi 14 Ultra. Let me know what you think below.